So can you tell us about the tour so far?
Yeah, it's been really good. We're how many shows in? Just five shows in so far. So yeah, it's been really cool. It's been a bit different to when we come over normally. In that normally when we come over, we tend to just kind of hit the major cities and fly between sort of shows. Yeah, it's been nice. We've done it in a van and we've got to see quite a lot of Australia so far, which is really cool.
Yeah, so this is probably your most extensive tour. Is it good to get around to all like little towns and stuff like that, all smaller towns?
Yeah, it's definitely something we've been wanting to do for a while. We usually come over here and do Soundwave. We did Soundwave Revolutions and then before that Soundwave. So it's nice to kind of get to the places which are in between. So you kind of, you know, if you just play in the same places, you just get the same sort of crowds and stuff. So it's been really good, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
The response has been banging. So.
It's nice as well to kind of, I suppose, to experience to a degree how Australian bands would maybe tour Australia as well.
So we had a chat to you guys before the latest record came out. How have people reacted to it?
Yeah, it seems to be really positive. I think that, I don't know, to be honest, I think when we were doing the record, we didn't really think about anything or about how people were going to sort of view the record. It was just us trying to write something that we felt that we could all stand by and we'd all be proud of. Yeah, it seems to be the people who are digging it and into it, even if it is only 29 minutes. But people seem to be into it, so that's really cool.
So for those who may not have picked it up yet, can you tell us a little bit about it?
It's 29 minutes long, which is quite short for one of our records. It's fast, aggressive. It's kind of, I suppose, where we left off from Welcome Home, Armageddon, we kind of sort of took that, I suppose, to almost an extreme where we stripped down sort of the songs to the bare bones, and I suppose that's why it's come out quite a short album. I don't know, it's been, we've got a lot of bands sort of get mellow with age, and I think we've gone the opposite way. We're getting angry and frustrated, so we're getting all our demons out.
Yeah, I think if anything, I'd say that this album has more in common with our earlier EPs than it does with I suppose any of the albums that we've done. Kind of has that sort of, I don't know, feel to it, just natural, I think.
So you worked with Ramesh again on the record. What is it about him that keeps you guys going back to it?
He likes Bombay mix. He's always got a nice selection of snacks in his studio.
Yeah.
I suppose he's become a really good friend of ours over the last. Well, we've known him for ages, haven't we? So he's always been banging about the shows and stuff. So I think that familiarity really just makes for a really comfortable kind of atmosphere when you're recording. And he's obviously good at what he does. We rate him really highly. And I think it's become kind of every album we've done with him is kind of everyone's kind of learning from each other, and it just makes things easier and faster, which is good.
Yeah, it's because it makes them. It's like if he suggests something, it's like it's a little bit easier to take it on board, and at the same time it's easier to say no if you don't like it as well. So I think it's sort of it's just cool to be able to go in and do something you love and be able to do it with your mates. Do you know what I mean? It just makes a really positive, sort of cool environment.
So it's been well documented that Matthew really works on changing some of his vocal techniques for the record. Was there anything that like you guys did or any of the rest of the band did, like changes or anything when you were going to the record?
Not really.
I think the thing we did more than anything was to kind of look at the songs, really think about every section, what we liked and didn't like about an idea, and then it was to try and basically to go and strip everything that we felt wasn't necessary to be there onto it. So I think that's probably the biggest change on the record is that it was very, very streamlined in the sense of like as opposed to just writing a song, structuring it, having an idea, structuring it, and everybody having their parts of it, being like right, that's the song, it's done. It was to get into a rehearsal space and jam it out and basically take what we felt, I suppose, kind of maybe was going on too long or didn't feel particularly good, was just to strip out the song and either we work it or just realise completely that we just didn't need to be there. So I suppose that was a bit different.
So it's been a year now since Pat joined the band. What has he added in his role as drummer so far?
Good temper.
Yeah, I like temper. No, he's an absolutely incredible player. It's hard to believe he's 22 years old with how good he actually is. But yeah, I think that what he kind of brings to the band, I think he brings a completely different sort of, different style of play, and I think that the songs sound far more intense for the way that he actually plays drums. Sort of not taking anything away from Brian. Brian's a good drummer, but it's sort of, I think Pat is he's very much into like the kind of technical side of playing, and everything's a bit of a perfectionist and a bit of a showman as well. And he's sort of spinning his sticks and everything, giving a show.
As you guys said, the album seems to harness that sound of the band's earlier material. Was this something that you guys enjoyed going back to?
To be honest with you, I don't think we actually sat down and thought about going back to it. I just think we had enough time off that when we started writing, we got to kind of, we weren't thinking about writing to a deadline, if you know what I mean. It was more like, we have time to write and to collect ideas, and I think that, with the lineup of the band as it is now, I think we were able to be really honest with each other, and, when somebody brought an idea forward, if we didn't like it, we said. If we did, we said, and it just basically turned out that we realised that what we love doing more than anything is playing, heavy, aggressive music, and melodic.
So is that aggressive, heavier type of music, is that more enjoyable to perform live?
Yes.
Yeah, I suppose that's another thing we kind of try to do with the album is we got into a practice room and kind of worked out how they would go down live, and that was something we geared towards. So I think that had a definite effect on how things.
Yeah, so it's quite cool to play sort of quite atmospheric songs. It's really cool to write them and to layer them. But then when you play them, it can be a little bit stagnant. I mean, it's sort of something with a little bit more kick to it, I suppose.
So how's the new material coming off live here in Australia?
It's been really good,
Yeah, so far.
People singing along, moshing,
Cutting the rug.
not in the race. That's what you want, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's good. So what have you guys been up to between shows down here?
Sitting in a van mainly, but
we've done some massive drives.
Yeah.
But I prefer driving to flying because you get to see more of everything. I haven't seen a kangaroo yet though.
There you are. Oh no, you haven't. I've seen a
I
kangaroo.
thought I might see a dead one, like roadkill.
That's horrible.
Things happen, mate.
Jesus, no, I saw some living kangaroos in Brisbane in the, I think it's like a koala sanctuary place, which was really cool. Got to see some dingoes as well, some koalas obviously, Tasmanian devil. We actually had a picture taken with Tracy the koala, which was really nice. We went to Bondi Beach. Gav, Rich and Pat went swimming, and then we told my lifeguard to be careful because they didn't look like the strongest swimmers. It's a nice public announcement as well, not to be too embarrassing, And we went to the first day in Brisbane when we arrived because we couldn't check into the hotel. We went to some like little rock pool place, wasn't it? I didn't go. I fell asleep in the van because it was like boring. Gav, Rich, and Pat again, funny enough, all went jumping off some rocks, and they looked like they had a crack at that. Better than my sleep.
So how would you compare this to the previous tours of Australia?
It's different because I think that I think that when you come and you do festivals, it's sort of the part of a much sort of bigger sort of thing. I mean, a way bigger touring party, and it's like you only get paid and play for like 30 minutes. So to be able to come and sort of do your own headline shows, be able to play for over an hour, it's sort of it just feels good, feels nice.
It's a lot more personal to know that everyone's there, kind of they paid to come and see your band, and I suppose in the festival you kind of lose out a bit to go, see all kinds of things. So.
I think in a festival though, you obviously get more of an opportunity to win fans over because there's a lot more people who haven't been there, I suppose. So I don't know, it's been good. I think we've done more this time than what we've done. Like sort of any other time. I mean, normally when we get here, it's sort of, it's like a week and a half here, do you know what I mean? So it just kind of feels like we've actually got to see a lot more of Australia. And sort of, even though we only have 1 day off, haven't we? And that's all we've got for the tour, but somehow it just feels like we managed to see a lot more in that time.
Yeah, so doing those festivals and stuff, you've done a couple of festivals here. Do you think that's really helped along, like getting like an audience here for this tour?
Yeah, I think so, because I think the first time that we ever came here, we came as part of the Taste of Chaos Festival, and I think from that we came back and then a headline tour, and I think that really sort of, obviously helped that tour. Yeah, I definitely think they're coming here, they're obviously doing Soundwave, the Soundwave Counter Revolution tour. I think that they both have definitely helped us being able to come back and do some headline shows.
So the band's been together for over a decade now. How do you keep pushing yourselves as a band?
Just keep getting new members, spice it up with some new people.
I suppose you don't really need to push yourself if you enjoy something. It's really natural. So you just enjoy it, and that's it really.
I think a lot of people when they're in bands have a tendency to overthink what they do it maybe. And so I think if you do that, it becomes a bit of a chore. I think if you just kind of take it for what it is and don't really look too far ahead and just enjoy what you do, it makes the process far more enjoyable.
So thanks for speaking to AMH TV today, and good luck with the show tonight.
Thank you very much.